Hi everyone! Today is actually a pretty fun video. We're going to be looking at people's offers for the new pet that's called Cryptid. It's very cute. And I'm going to show you the offers I got and what I thought about them. You'll want to stay till the end because I got a really good trade for it and I'm very excited about it. So tag along and see what fun stuff people offer with me. So for this trade, I liked the fairy bat in it and the mega ghost. However, I didn't like the shark, which was a big part of the trade, as well as the small ads like the eye and the sticker. So I decided not to go with this one just because of those things, and I knew I could have done a better trade. So for this trade, I personally thought it was a decent trade just because the pets were pretty good. However, it was very under, and I tried telling that to the person. However, they did not change what they offered, so I had to decline in the end. And I didn't think it was the best trade overall just because of how low their value was compared to mine. So that's why I declined this one. So for this trade, I actually really liked the Arctic fox and the kitty bat. However, I didn't like the small ads like the gargoyle and the butterfly. So I asked them to change those and they didn't end up having a decent change for them. And I was gonna overlook that it wasn't a very good value trade for me just because I really liked the Arctic fox. However, I ended up declining because I didn't have a decent change for the small. This trade was actually one of the better trades that I got offered in value because it was two high valued pets for my cryptid, and it was actually quite over even though she only had two pets in it. And it was a very decent trade. However, I didn't really like the actual pets, so I ended up declining. However, I did notice that someone else actually took the trade right after I did it. So I actually really liked this trade because there were two phantom dragons and I already have two, so I could have made a neon. However, I really didn't like the gargoyle and the later on ads that she added. And I also was really annoyed that I had to ask her to add because she was trying to lowball me at first, and it gave me a sour taste in my mouth, so I ended up declining. So there were a couple things wrong with this trade, and I left it in to show that you can get trades with neons for Cryptid. However, I honestly didn't really like the cats that she added, and I was only okay with the Phantom. So I ended up declining, and it was also severely under compared to Cryptid. So that's another aspect why. So this trade had some exotic pets and some pretty commonly wanted pets that were good. And the Persian cat was definitely a benefit. However, the main thing, the bat and the butterfly, I personally did not like, and I didn't think that it would be too easy to trade them away. So I declined because one, it was quite under, and I also didn't really like the main pets of the trade. So I actually was very interested in this trade because I really like the strawberry shortcake bat dragon. However, I really didn't like the black dog and I was fine with the ride potion, but it wasn't like my biggest thing. And I asked her to change the black dog. However, she didn't really have any good changes for that. so I personally declined because of that. However, it was really hard to let go of it, and I do have to be honest, I was searching for her afterwards to because I was regretting saying no. This is the final trade that I actually did for Cryptid that you saw in the foreshadowing at the beginning of the video. And I did it because it was honestly too amazing of an offer to not say yes to because I was upgrading in a win for a cow that a lot of people like. And I personally don't like cows that much, but I was pretty excited that I honestly was just getting such an amazing offer. And I honestly didn't mind giving away my kitty bat, so I took this offer and I also was checking the value of the trade while I was doing it in the background on Elv and AMVGG, my main two trade checkers, and I was staring at these two amazing wins for me, and I was just going crazy because I was so excited. And after I did the trade, I actually checked on the Adopt Me Win Fair Lose site, and people were saying this when I put in my trade, and a bunch of people said that I won for that trade, so I was super excited. To conclude this video, I just wanted to say thank you for watching it, and I hope it was helpful for everyone to get a feel for what good trades feel like, and that it was fun to see what people will offer for Cryptid. I had a lot of fun recording the video, and I really liked the trade I ended up with, so I'd say it was definitely worth it. Bye!